So tonight's stream will probably just be Star Rail. Just gonna do Yunli's companion quest, and then probably end stream there, depending. But most likely it'll just be Honkai Star Rail, then I'll end stream. So possibility of it being a short stream. I could hop onto another game, but probably won't. You know, maybe I'll play Zenless Zone Zero, but we'll see. So for anyone looking forward to Maple tonight, there will be no Maple story in this stream. Unless I get called for like a boss run or something, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So yeah. Let's see. No, I think I'm gonna get rid of this. Yeah. Alright, let's begin.
Ever since March started learning swordplay from Yancheng and Yunli, her voice has been absent on the Express. I wonder how well she's progressing. Where has she been these days?
Oh my god. Oh, Yunli. Child. Alright, let's do it. Who put it?
Ah, there you are. I was looking around before you got here. I already looked everywhere, but March 7th is nowhere to be found.
I need to keep looking. No, how about she's actually...
Forget it.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
just assume she successfully skipped class. Actually, she's been quite diligent in her swordplay practice and hasn't taken many breaks lately. I think she deserves a day off.
No, why are you
Besides,
licking?
I
Keep your tongue in your
used
mouth.
to skip
Holy moly, now
classes
you're
even
pooting.
more than her back when I was still learning. If I was in the mood, I could train for 3 days straight. But
I don't
if
think she's
wasn't
skipping
in the
class.
mood, none of my seniors could find me.
Yeah, I don't think she's skipping.
So
Probably
I
practicing
can
on her own.
understand where she's coming from.
Yes, a lot of Honkai. I am doing my best to try and get Huahua. And right now, pretty much after this, I have no more quests to do.
FBI, open up!
So, once I'm finished with this quest, probably won't be playing Honkai as much, unless I find other ways that I can get, pulls. Looks like she learned it from her master.
Don't make excuses for her. Since you're here, let me treat you to some tasty food.
Sure.
I'm more interested in you today.
Oh? Me? Interested in what?
Let's walk and talk.
Jeez, that's not walking, that's running.
Chad told me there's tasty food in Arum Alley. Let's go there.
Dumplings and steamed buns. The buns are huge.
A table for two, please.
All right, come on in. What would you like?
Well, we'll have one of everything on the menu.
This girl's rich.
The entire menu?
Do you think it'll be enough?
Yeah, I don't have that much money on me.
Don't worry, I've got enough money with me.
How rich are you?
Well, then I'll start making a few dishes, and if you need more, just let me know.
Thank you.
Look at Discord. Uh-oh. Your birthday's coming soon? Ooh. Early happy birthday. You sure we don't need to look for March?
No, I've thought about it. She deserves a day off.
So do you usually eat a lot?
Yeah. I mean, not too much, actually. Grandpa said to never be stingy when it comes to making friends. So, how big is your appetite?
Mine isn't that big. Yeah, I don't really eat that much.
Oh.
Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that.
We can bring the leftovers to Grandpa.
I mean, no, I'll have the leftovers, just I'll have them for later.
Well, to be more precise, I'm interested in your sword.
Oh?
Yanqing mentioned you before. He said that you're not to be underestimated, and that your weapon has a unique shape.
That it does.
So, I've always been curious about your sword. How the weight is distributed, what material it's made of, whether it contains any special ingenia, and what kind of sword techniques you use.
So it's not really a sword, it's a baseball bat.
Seriously? A bat?
Disappointed.
Just the opposite. This is fascinating.
You give it to her. Yep. Alright, cool.
So, it really is a baseball bat.
Yep.
Grandpa said that a sword doesn't have to be constrained by its shape. So, in a sense, your bat is a sword too. He also said that a weapon mimics its master. So, your bat actually reflects your habits and nature, you know? Let me guess. You're someone who doesn't follow the rules, enjoys improvising, and can handle yourself well against tough foes. Am I right?
I mean, not me, but the character, yeah. Always follow the rules. I wouldn't say we always follow the rules. Let's go with that.
Amazing, right? And I bet you always say something silly like,
Oh.
rules are made to be broken.
Alright, yeah, that's this character for sure.
I've come across so many sword wielders who acted all righteous and moral, but were really just liars. Their swords always told the truth, though. They told me that their wielders were just a bunch of frauds who relied on their divine weapons for everything.
How's it going?
I've hunted down hundreds of swords like this so far. And
Today will probably be
every
a short
single one
stream.
of them,
I'm just gonna do this
melted
companion
down.
quest, depending on how long this quest is. And then I'll probably, try and get some sleep. You take people's swords by force and melt them down.
Yes,
Hello, Kraken!
only for those who cross the line. Melting their swords is my way of protecting those weapons. But just looking
My
at a
goodness.
sword is not enough. Grandpa always says, words and expressions can be deceiving, but in a fight to the death, a sword's movements never lie. The war dance is just around the corner. You'll be participating, right?
Yep.
Miss Yunli, for
Who's
talented
this?
sword masters like you, the war dance is a perfect opportunity to show off your skills and make a name for yourself.
Who are you?
But for people
Oh,
like
random
her
NPC.
who have already made significant contributions to the Xianzhou, they maybe don't need to prove
How do I say
themselves
that
on the
name?
war dance stage.
Chi?
It has been a while, Miss
Chi?
Nameless.
Chiqui?
And you are...
Alright, let me see. How do you say that name? I feel like I'm supposed to know this character, but...
I suppose busy people have short memories. Please let me introduce myself. I'm Shi Kuei, one of the
Shi
secretaries
Kuei?
serving the Helm Master Yukong.
Okay.
I apologize for interrupting your conversation. I happened to hear you discussing the war dance. And since this person is an old acquaintance, I thought I'd come and say hello. Yes, with the war dance approaching, many guests from afar are pouring in. Mr. Pavo here is one of them. He's from the distant planet Kalevala.
Ooh.
Mr. Pavo's planet recently joined the Pan-Cosmic
I
Trade
have.
System.
I've
Brought his
done
delegation
everything
here
in this
time,
game
not only for
to try and
business,
get as many
but
pulls as I
also
could for
to
Huohuo.
return something that belongs to the Xianzhou.
Miss Shikui, the word gift is perhaps more fitting than return. While it did once belong to the Xianzhou, we faced many tribulations.
I'll show you
to be able
how
to
many quests I
deliver
have left once I have control again.
It should be considered a gift.
I apologize
I have like
for my
4
poor
quests
choice
left
of
to do.
words. Mr. Pavo's delegation brought a legendary Xianzhou sword that had been lost for centuries. General Huayan plans to personally thank them at the Palace of Astrum and present the sword as a prize to the champion of the war dance. Mr. Pavo and I were actually on our way there. Since you two were talking so enthusiastically about the war dance, maybe you'd be interested in joining us at the Palace of Astrum?
Maybe. Alright, here you go. So I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more quests. And I think these aren't like quests, they're more like, yeah, I think these are just events, maybe, or something. Well, either way, I have no more anything else to do. In terms of events, I full cleared this one. Yeah, I got everything. So... And then this is the only quest I didn't full clear, but that's because the only rewards left are like this thing. And I don't really need this. But yeah. I completed all the old quests. Haven't done the swarm thing, part of the simulated universe, because I don't really know how it works. Got as far as I could in here. Oh, you guys can't see it. Where's my webcam? Where's my webcam? What? Lick! Don't lick me, you keep your tongue in your mouth. I don't know where my webcam is.
Oh wow, what's up?
Whack.
Oh, there it is. His hair, whack. So yeah. This one though, I was like less than 100 points away from getting 9-star. So I'll probably go back and do it again. But pretty much the only thing I have left to do is this. Bonk! Why as soon as she's on the screen I get bonked? I didn't do anything. Technically I also still have to do these, but these don't give jades. My goodness. Oh, was my birthday? Goodness. The poop. No, it is going to be probably a short stream. Exclamation point, quote, or, sorry, exclamation point 15 or quote 15. Happy birthday. It is not my birthday, but how was my birthday? It was good. It was, the best kind of birthday that mine can be. Where, you know, a lot of other people would be like, oh, that's not really a good way to spend your birthday. I'm just like, it's the best way for me to spend it. Which is, I was able to just not worry about anything and just do what I want. And what I wanted to do was stay home and stream. And that's what I got to do. I didn't have to worry about, like, going out, driving somewhere, and doing all this other stuff. I just did what I wanted. It was nice. Wait, what? I can talk to him? Do I want to talk to him? I don't think I do. Yeah, I'm good.
Let's head to the Palace of Astrum together.
Sounds good. Thanks for stopping by, no matter how short it's gonna be. That's fine, as long as it's not on the birthday. Yeah, that's fine. You know what? Sure.
I know, right? Thanks to March 7th skipping class, we get to join in on the fun.
I need more
Papa always
polls.
asks me to go look at swords with him.
See, because here's the thing.
He hasn't said anything about this one.
I want Huohuo,
It's
right?
really weird.
But
But we're
I also
invited?
want Yunli's
Let's go and check it out.
light cone. Top priority right now is Huohua. This is top priority. However, once I do have her, then I'm going for this. As you can see, I'm pretty close to another 10 pull. I could do singles, but I'm so close to the 10 pull, might as well just do a 10 pull. Oh, now I just need to wait until next week so I can grind out the weekly boss again.
This haven of memories.
Because right
Every
now,
touch,
this is where mine is.
Every moment is like a thorned rose.
Leveled her basic, because why not? And then, yeah. Got all of these unlocked, though. Oh, I've also been building March 7th, because I'm enjoying this March. She's pretty fun. Glass cannons. Oh. Nice. Really wish that I unlocked this, but I don't have any more weekly boss runs, so I have to wait until next week to do that. But yeah, I'll probably get this and then spend the other two weekly boss runs to help build Yunli a little bit more. And then the week after that, then I'll unlock these. Probably this first, then this, then that. Actually, yeah, probably that order. Yunli is very fun, though. I'm enjoying
There you
playing her a
are.
lot.
Come on, let's go to the ceremony together.
Currently, my Yunli team is this. I got Robin. I do want to get more energy recharge on her, or whatever. I don't know. She doesn't get her thing enough. Her, ultimate. Yunli, of course. March 7th, and Lynx. March 7th can be switched out for Aventurine or literally any other character, but I like using March. It's pretty fun. You just got a basic attack. Super easy.
Please allow me to offer a sincere compliment, my fair lady. Your beauty is as pure as a snow-white iris. Well, if it isn't
Is that
my
a
dear
mosquito
friend,
in my room?
glad to meet you again.
Who is
Hold on a
this
second.
weirdo?
What was that?
Who is this knight?
I am Argenti, a member of the Knights of Beauty. I was invited as a part of the Kalevala delegation to escort the legendary Mieka Kivesa back to the Cienjo. May I have the honor of knowing your name?
My name is Yunli.
What a beautiful name. I wonder if you have ever heard the holy name of the pure and flawless goddess Adrilla.
Oh, you're here,
Nope.
Yunli. Didn't expect you to be so well informed. Well, now that you're here, don't forget your manners.
Manners. Come on. You won't find another granddaughter as polite and well-behaved as me.
You sure about that?
Well, just remember this is a very serious ceremony. Sorry for keeping you waiting, Mr. Pavo. Now, let the sword gifting ceremony begin.
Before the ceremony officially commences, I want to express my gratitude to the Knight Argenti. Thank you for enlightening us about the sword's origin and for escorting it here safely so that we may complete this ceremony. On behalf of the Kalevalan delegation, I, Pavel Kalistaya, am here to return the legendary Mieka Kifesa to the Cienjo.
That's a lot of words.
Its rightful homeland.
I'm truly grateful for Kalevala's noble act of returning the sword and for the Knight of Beauty's chivalry. Now, as we gather here on the Cienjo Lahu, I officially welcome the sword back to its homeland. Mieka Kivesa. It's a fitting name for a sword with such a legendary past. I still remember the name engraved on this sword the day it was forged. Guyin. It was forged by Hangguang, a craftsman from the Zhu Ming's Pyrojaya Forge.
Wait. Hangguang?
Although its blade is worn and cracked, its essence remains as resilient as the Xianzhou Cloud Knights. All it needs is some repairs and polishing by the skilled craftsmen of the Artisanship Commission to regain its former glory. I've decided to entrust this sword, Guyin, to the Lawfu Artisanship Commission for restoration. Furthermore, it will serve as the prize for the champion of the Lawfu War Dance. This sword will be wielded against abominations to protect our homeland and live up to the mission of the Kalevalan delegation that returned it from so far away.
Thank you, General. It is an honor for Kalevala.
Seems like they know what that sword is.
Now, esteemed knight and delegation members, please head to the Artisanship Commission, where...
No! This sword was forged by Hangguang.
Why was that bad?
Yunli! These esteemed guests have brought back your father's last work. Where are your manners?
Oh, I didn't realize this sword was actually forged by your father. Returning it to its rightful owner is,
Grandpa, give me that cursed sword right
Oh.
now. I'll melt away the remnants of that man's curse once and for all.
Oh my goodness. Sword. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna say anything.
Don't be rude, Yunli. Apologize to our esteemed guests from afar.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for making a scene. But I have to melt down this cursed sword. I won't let it fall into anyone else's hands.
Guess you
Yunli,
better.
please, go for now.
Better win the tournament. Although, what if this sword is the one that he made that isn't cursed? And he knows something too.
This is exactly why I didn't want Yunli to know about this. I didn't want to create trouble, but trouble found its way here anyway. Perhaps it really is divine intervention. Could you, please, keep an eye on Yunli for me?
You got it.
That is a tall order, but I'm counting on you. I apologize for the unfortunate interruption. Let us move on with the ceremony.
Unless I'm mistaken, Yunli should be around here somewhere.
Nothing in this report makes sense.
What? Lick! Keep your tongue in your mouth. Oh, there she is. Aw. Observe a bit more? No, we're not doing that.
Did Grandpa send you to look for me?
Yeah, but I also wanted to see you, without
I
that.
bet he did.
It sure did. Yeah, I'm here because I care.
Really?
But also he sent me to get
Thank
you.
you. Just so you know, I'm here just waiting for the perfect moment to snatch that sword.
Hmm.
And once I have it, I'll melt it down before anyone can react.
Nice.
Don't even think about stopping me. No one can stop me.
You've made that clear in a previous cutscene. So, yeah, what's happening?
Grandpa sent you here. Surely he doesn't want you to help me. Have you heard of cursed swords?
Not really.
That sword is one.
I mean, I have heard of it, but in a different game. Genshin. It's a sword that's been cursed, like a sacred sword that's been corrupted. Oh, let's go with that.
You've clearly heard a lot of folk tales,
Oh.
but that's not the kind of cursed sword I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
A cursed sword lets anyone, even a complete novice, wield it with insane skill.
Wow.
Just by holding the hilt, even the weakest rookie can brandish it with incredible speed and strength.
That sounds great. Where can I buy one? With something like that, Mark 7 could graduate in one day.
I'm not joking around. And I'm not making up some crazy story.
I believe you.
While a cursed sword grants instant abilities to its wielder, it comes at a cost.
What does that cost?
It's like continuously adding fuel to the forge. With each swing, the sword drains the wielder's blood and essence. Day by day, the fuel will run out, leaving nothing but an empty husk.
Sounds like the sword that Damien used.
Soon enough, it will no longer be a person wielding a sword, but a mindless, killing machine, consumed by bloodlust and murderous thoughts.
Oh my goodness. Thank you very much for the 4 bits. I'm not going to say what that says, but thank you. So it's like being possessed by a heliobus.
Oh, so you're familiar with Heliobi. That makes this much easier to explain. There was a lunatic swordsmith who infused metal blades with Heliobi, as he was obsessed with turning weapons into living things. And this is how cursed swords were made.
So... Wait. No, I doubt that. Oh, it's the same thing either way. So he's one of the cursed swords?
I know. I shouldn't have caused a scene at the sword gifting ceremony. But I've thought this
In which
through.
game?
If I don't make a fuss now, that cursed sword will cause a whole lot more trouble. So it's better if it's me causing the trouble.
Ooh.
By the way, aren't they supposed to be taking the sword to the Artisanship Commission for repairs? Why haven't they come out yet? Any
Awesome.
ideas?
Make sure you romance them.
Looks like they're not going to show up here. I'll just head straight to the Artisanship Commission. It doesn't matter why Grandpa chose that sword. I won't let it fall into anyone else's hands.
What if it's not cursed, though?
I'll track down every single sword he forged and melt them down one after another. Just like I've been doing all these years.
I don't think it's cursed.
I have to go now.
Is she planning to sneak into the Artisanship Commission and steal that sword? Maybe I should...
Oh, that poor boy has no idea what he's doing.
The Artisanship Commission is so big. Where could she be?
Just a while ago, a girl came up to me, all fierce and demanding directions. She said she's a member of the Artisanship Commission. Do you know her?
No idea who she is. If she really works here, how can she not know her way around?
I know her. Oh, was she carrying a massive sword?
Yeah, she wasn't big at all. But that weapon of hers was pretty intimidating.
She was in a hurry, heading straight for the Artisanship Commission, and I didn't want to ask too many questions.
She said something like, "I'm a member of the Artisanship Commission. Where do you keep your precious stuff?" I got scared and pointed her toward Master Gongshu's warehouse, where he
Sounds like a
stores his
robber.
automatons.
Wait, why did you give her directions? What if she's planning to steal something?
So, where'd she go?
Where else? Like I said, she was headed straight for the warehouse, where all the valuable arumatons are.
Yeah, that place is filled with Master Gongshu's precious arumatons. I bet they'll give her a hard time.
Uh-oh. You know what? I'm just gonna teleport. Also, that bug that's in my room just keeps flying around. Next time I see it, it is going down.
Storm's on the horizon.
Do I use my own Yunli or do I use the trial one? Because I feel like mine is going to be better, but you know, I'll use the trial one. Or I'll do this. Let's see if they let me use my own. Probably won't, but we'll see.
What are you doing here? Look, if I get into trouble, it's my problem. I don't want to drag you into it.
Is this really a time to talk about that?
Fine. Let's smash these metal cans first. Then we can talk.
Let's do it.
Dangerous thoughts.
Oh, cool, they do let me... Wait, then again, I don't know, maybe they weren't going to let me use her?
Harmony and unison.
Well, whatever.
Here, try this. Thank you for your help. Nice job. Yes, you. Again. Right on time. Descend to earth.
Die.
Commencing restart. Yeah. Oh, I get it. Watch this. I hope for an end to strife in the world. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs. Watch this. Yes, you.
Sure.
Ready to shine. Stars echo.
Oh, I love her so much.
Melt. See through clouds.
You jerk. Now I have to do this. Hold on, does she have the debuff still? Or the buff? She does not.
Here, try this. Thank you for your help.
And you still didn't target her. I swear Lynx does not actually do the thing that she's supposed to do. Hello, Cordena. I mean, it does say greatly increase the chance of being hit, but
me out. This place
it really does not work.
guarded. But there's nothing but arumatons. Where is the arsenal? Seems like not even those craftsmen know where the arsenal is. At this rate, we won't find anything. And Grandpa might take me away before I can do anything. You're not really here to help me. You're here to stop me, right?
Kind of both. Like, kind of both. Yeah, it's not just your problem.
No. It's not. Grandpa made a promise to the delegation, and going back on his word would tarnish his reputation and make things difficult for the Lofu. But leaving that cursed sword here will also make things difficult for the Lofu. So all things considered, the best outcome is for me to melt that sword down and take all the blame.
I really hope that sword isn't
You
cursed.
probably think I'm being impulsive and unreasonable, right?
A little bit, but I'm fine with it. You're self-aware after all? I just feel... No. I don't like either of these options. But, yeah, I'm gonna go with this.
Hey, I'm not always like this. It's all because of that cursed sword.
Again, I really hope it's not actually cursed. So why don't you tell me everything?
Look, owe you an explanation. But this isn't the best place to talk. We need to find somewhere else. Let me be clear, though. I'm still pretty riled up. This is just a temporary break.
Okay.
I already told you about Guyan. The sword that was returned during the ceremony. It's a cursed sword, with a heliobus inside. And Hongguang, the swordsmith who forged it, is my father. I rarely mention his name to anyone other than Grandpa. Maybe, like you said, I've been avoiding having to talk about him. But as long as my mission to hunt down cursed swords continues, it's impossible to avoid the topic forever. For some reason, I feel like I can open up to you.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Honestly.
Oh my god, that's adorable.
All I know is that the Pyrogyre Forge used to be a bustling place.
The what?
With people from all over coming to get one of his swords. They called him the greatest master craftsman since Yingxing. I didn't catch all the details.
No, don't lick me. Keep your tongue in your mouth. Oh my goodness.
I do remember seeing him forge those amazing swords, while the visitors watched with smiles on their faces. I used to believe that craftsmen brought happiness to others. The swords crafted by the Pyrogyre Forge.
Don't poop. There's cuteness on the screen.
They possess exceptional sharpness and invincibility. With these legendary weapons, even ordinary people can become skilled warriors, capable of overcoming the most formidable opponents.
Bonk, what did I do?
But then, he became obsessed with becoming a famed swordsmith.
Oh.
And started crossing all sorts of lines. He forged cursed swords that should never exist. And all those people who desired those twisted swords started flooding into the palace. However, just like Grandpa said, those who excel with the sword will eventually suffer by it. The palace was overrun with visitors from afar. Some left empty-handed. Others got swords that didn't fulfill their desires. And some even resorted to stealing. And in the midst of all the chaos my father created, he ended up being stabbed by one of the swords he forged.
Oh.
It was so sudden and unexpected. Everything went silent.
Stop screaming.
All I could hear was the sound of bones breaking and blood pouring out.
Aw. You couldn't hear the screaming in the back? That lady's going crazy.
Unable to move. It was only when my mother pushed me away from the deadly swing of the cursed sword that I managed to escape.
Did your mom get away?
Except for the pounding of my heart and the sound of my own gasps of breath. I could hear the smiths in the Pyrogyre Forge shouting,
No, you don't.
"Run away, Yunli." And the screams of agony.
Oh, okay, there's the screams.
My tears wouldn't stop. And I couldn't see anything. I kept gasping for
No,
air
it doesn't.
until I collapsed in a pool of blood. If General Huayan hadn't arrived in time, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you now. After that, General Huayan took me in and treated me like his own granddaughter. To me, he is 100 times better than my sinful father. He taught me forging and swordsmanship. Han Guang paid for his sins, but his troubled legacy must not go unchecked. According to the records, he forged a total of 1,382 Heliobus cursed swords, and 182 of them had unique designs.
Huh.
When I joined the Pyrogyre Forge for training, I made a vow.
They must have changed the name. This says Flame Wheel Forge right there.
So far, I found 312 of them, and Guyan will be my 313th. Like all the other
No,
cursed swords,
you don't want them. You don't want to turn out like Damien.
Then, I'll melt it down and make it part of the Blade of Forged Remnants. I've said my piece now. Even though it'll be tough for Grandpa, I still have to melt down the sword.
But the delegation calls it the Sword of Heroes. Yeah, I like both of these. She's not gonna want to talk to him though. I'm gonna just bring this up.
Those travelers who came seeking Han Guang's swords all came in the name of justice.
Okay, either option was bad.
Most of those so-called great heroes were heartless killers. They are only called heroes because they won. Many of the cursed swords I've destroyed had honorable and grand names, too. A legendary sword and a butcher's knife are often just different ways of describing the same thing.
Ooh.
Somehow, after talking to you, I feel like I've cooled off a bit.
That's good.
Well, I'll have an honest conversation with Grandpa tomorrow.
Good.
And I won't take any action against Gu Yun until he gives me his reasons.
Smart. Don't forget to apologize.
Yeah. I shouldn't have done that in a public place. Anyway, thank you. We'll catch up tomorrow.
I should go back to the Palace of Astrum and tell General Huayan what happened at the Artisanship Commission.
Let's do it.
My granddaughter didn't cause any trouble, did she, young lady?
She was about to. Here's what happened.
Sorry for all this trouble. Yunli told you quite a bit. Now it's time for this old man to tell my side of the story.
Do you have a side of the story?
Han Guang was my beloved disciple. A rare genius not seen in the Pyrogyre Forge since Yingxing. However, talent can sometimes be a curse. He had an unusual fervor for forging, and he dreamed of forging a sword with self-awareness that surpassed that of humans. He believed it would make warriors invincible without any training. According to him, while weapons of mass destruction like Juming flames and alchemical arrows can destroy many enemies, true victory lies with soldiers who fearlessly fight, ready to lay their lives on the line. Usually, Xianzhou swordsmiths infuse a basic level of awareness into their swords to make them easier to wield. But even then, soldiers need to experience countless battles to overcome fear and sharpen their instincts. So...
Oh, he thought of using Heliobi to absorb emotions. Or he thought of using them to impart combat experience. Let's go with that.
By infusing Heliobi into swords, he managed to forge weapons that could grant their wielders strength and valor, and even make decisions for them. However,
Soul Eater.
weapons are different from regular tools. They are meant to kill, plain and simple. After countless battles, all the anger, fear, and bloodlust are soaked up by the Heliobi within the swords. The soldiers wielding them not only gain strength, but they also become consumed by the malice, turning them into puppets possessed by the swords. No matter how noble Hongguang's intentions were, those weapons, soaked in blood, turned into cursed swords eventually.
Oh.
Later, Outworlders got wind of what he was doing and encouraged him to keep forging cursed swords. They came up with all sorts of reasons, from taking back their kingdoms to slaying demons. And you know what happened next. That massacre took her parents' lives, and the lives of many craftsmen in the Pyrogyre Forge. Yunli managed to survive, but she couldn't escape the horrors of that day.
And that's why I didn't want her to see that sword.
Yes. I don't want her to spend her whole life trapped under her father's shadow. She doesn't deserve to carry the weight of his mistakes. Despite her vow to hunt down and wipe out all cursed swords, fulfilling that vow requires immense effort. Traversing the starry seas in search of the swords is like finding a needle in a haystack. And to reclaim those swords, she has to duel the bloodthirsty wielders, teetering on the edge of life and death. She has taken back over 300 cursed swords, and has suffered the same number of fatal wounds. I took her in to give her a chance at a normal childhood, not to send her on a sword-hunting journey.
No,
Even
stop!
if she manages to melt down all the cursed swords one day, what will she do with her life after?
So, does that sword really have a heliobus in it?
Hu Yin is indeed one of the cursed swords forged by Hongguang.
Oh.
Very few swordsmiths could use heliobi as forging material, and Hongguang was one of them. His attempt came at a terrible cost.
Oh. Okay, so, yeah, she wants to talk to you tomorrow.
I thought this sword could be an opportunity. I wanted to tell her that her father wasn't all evil, that even the man she resents so much managed to forge a true sword of heroes. I also wanted to find a chance to tell her about the history and origin of this sword, but not during the ceremony. As you saw, it wasn't a good time. I've instructed the Artisanship Commission to keep the sword safe in the arsenal. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask the people involved.
No thanks. Oh my goodness.
Since my granddaughter mentioned talking to me tomorrow, I'll be waiting for her. By the way, you watched over her for quite some time. You must be exhausted, aren't you?
Nah. A pretty lady like hers never wait, what? A pretty lady like her never gets tiring? Wait, huh? I think there's supposed to be more to this. I think it's supposed to be like... I don't know. I get what they're trying to say, but it's... I don't think it's worded correctly. If I say this, he's gonna never let me near his granddaughter again. No, I'm good.
I'll be counting on you then.
His eye twitched.
Time to go back and find that class-skipping March 7th.
What if she's cursed by a sword right now? Like, just, you know. What if she meant to train, you know, on her own, found a cursed sword, and now she's being possessed? Could happen. Oh, she is actually skipping class? Wait, actually? March 7th. You silly, silly girl. The sword vanished. Yeah, I told them to be careful. Oh, they're gonna blame her. I don't think she did it. I mean, like, yes, all the evidence points towards her, but like, I don't think she did it. I think maybe March 7th got possessed, and, you know, she heard the sword calling her name, and she didn't mean to take it, but it happened.
Right. Everyone is here. It's time for questioning.
Yunli, I'm sure you understand why the official called you here, right?
Yeah? But I didn't steal the sword.
I believe you.
Unfortunately, official Dahao didn't hear Yunli's promise. If we don't recover the sword, we will be breaking our promise to the lawful and betraying the delegation. We're counting on you to find the truth, official Dahao.
Yes. It's my duty to thoroughly investigate the case. Even though Yunli is firm in her words, we can't just rely on her testimony.
After everything, the sword still got stolen. They should have given it to me from the beginning.
I agree. Honestly, both of these, but yeah, I'm gonna say I agree.
In this case of Gu Yun's theft, everyone involved seems suspicious to some extent. Miss Yunli is the main suspect.
Understandable.
First, during the sword gifting ceremony, Yunli openly expressed...
Alright, we don't need to hear the reasoning, I get it.
That's true.
The Realm Keeping Commission inspected the arsenal where Gu Yun was stored, and there were no signs of forced entry through the doors or windows. The only possible entrance or exit was a small window gap, just a few inches wide.
Well, considering that Yunli is not, you know, a few inches wide, or a few inches tall, and she also uses brute force for everything, definitely is not her. Locked room murder mystery. Yeah, where's March 7th?
If March 7th were here, she'd probably jinx it and accidentally reveal who the thief was.
Yep.
The box containing Gu Yun was opened, and the sword went
Who put it?
But none of the other swords in the room were touched. Which means...
The suspect knew about the box.
Well, I do know about the box and the cursed sword.
Yep.
Exactly. The suspect had a clear motive and took only Gu Yun. So, besides the ceremony participants, only the delegation members had access to the sword.
Be someone from the delegation who stole it?
In that case, why would they return it to the Xianzhou in the first place?
Not everyone's on this has the same agenda?
That makes sense. The delegation, led by the Knight of Beauty, delivered the sword to the Artisanship Commission. The craftsmen who received it testified that they didn't take anything from the arsenal.
I doubt it's Argenti. Maybe the craftsman stole it?
Master Gongshu checked the work records, and I questioned all the craftsmen and apprentices who were on shift at the time. But I didn't find any suspicious individuals.
Lick! Keep your tongue in your mouth. That I stole the sword. So I don't think it's him, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Argenti? Oh, that Knight of Beauty. He was with the delegation when they handed over the sword to the Artisanship Commission.
No, why?
You might not know, but he's
Is it because his hair is different colored than his beard?
Kalevala and escorted it back to the Xianzhou.
My goodness.
In other words, he's the one who made it possible for the sword to come home. So, he wouldn't have gone through all that trouble to bring it to the Law Fu if he wanted to keep the sword for himself, right?
Could it be that I stole the sword?
So, did you steal it?
No.
Then stop joking around.
I can prove that she came to me after leaving the Artisanship Commission, so she couldn't. FBI, open up!
FBI, this
Put it
guy's
simply,
old!
Not everyone who's seen the sword has been to
Well, I
the
guess you can do some
Artisanship
FBI
Commission.
things to old people too, but
Not everyone
I'm
who
not
might want
going
the sword
to.
has seen it.
And I have not.
So, the only remaining suspect is Miss Yunli.
Fair enough.
So,
I didn't steal the sword.
I believe you.
well, when you've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
No, this isn't the only remaining possibility. I think we're missing something.
If you want to prove me wrong, you'd better come up with some solid evidence.
Let me gather my thoughts. I need to help Yunli clear her name. Did we miss any clues?
Who could have thought that the Mieka Kivesa would be stolen? And that the prime suspect is General Huayan's granddaughter?
Good night.
Regardless,
Sweet dreams.
we've accomplished our mission. And now it's the Xianzhou's problem. By the way, why did that girl call it a cursed sword? It's quite upsetting.
Because it could take over the wielder's mind.
That's enough, young lady. Let me get something straight. On Kalevala, this sword has always been highly revered. The first master of the Mieka Kivesa slew countless demons and then passed it down to a line of wise monarchs. The monarchs would heed the guidance of the hero spirits within the sword and gain insight into defeating their enemies.
Was that actually the voice of the Heliobus?
What is, Helio?
Oh my god.
What? Never mind. The point is that the Mieka Kivesa did help the ancestors of Kalevala build a strong foundation. It's definitely not a cursed sword.
I mean, it is. But I guess it's not gonna... Hello.
I don't want to make things difficult for official Dahao. Let's do this his way and prove my innocence. If I can find that cursed sword, I can prove my innocence right away.
Yep. That would be way too convenient. Oh, it would make you look like you stole it? I mean, that is true. That is true. But, how are you planning on finding it?
That's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
Oh, okay.
There's something else bothering me. Why would the thief take the sword, but leave the case behind? Did they melt down the sword like I wanted to?
Maybe the sword itself found a way to fly. Broke the case? Oh, no, because they said it's not broken, so I don't know. Maybe this sword was never in there to begin with. Is it really that strange?
I mean, carrying around the sword like that would be pretty conspicuous. Wouldn't a thief prefer to take the case as well?
Yes, I received your message yesterday and went to the arsenal to check on it. But when I went back this morning, all that was left was the case. I don't know anything else, so asking more questions won't help, I'm afraid. However, as the Master Artisan of the Artisanship Commission, I've got to clarify something. Even though the sword was stolen, this commission is still highly secure. Wait, no. I just remembered. My precious arumatons were smashed.
Oh? Smashed and not sliced?
Yunli says she didn't steal the sword, and I am willing to believe her.
Me too.
But I know well that Yunli can be impulsive. So if she did steal the sword on a whim, I won't show her any favors. You were with Yunli yesterday, young lady. so you have the best chance to prove her innocence. Is there anything you need to ask me?
Did she come to you afterwards?
No, she was still mad at me, so she didn't come by. If she had come with you, she wouldn't be a suspect right now.
How was the sword delivered?
After the ceremony, Argenti carried the sword case, and together with the delegation, they were escorted by the Cloud Knights to the Artisanship Commission. The artisan there confirmed that the sword was safely stored.
Wait. Okay.
I'm counting on you then.
I'm gonna get that thing. Oh, I'm gonna get it.
If you've found any clues, feel free to tell everyone. All right. Come.
Who else do I have to talk to? Oh, I have to look at the case. No marks.
So,
Okay.
the thief took the sword from the case without picking the lock?
Like I said, maybe it was never in there in the first place, even though someone said that it was in there. Maybe it was, I don't know. Rose petals?
Why is this flower petal inside the case?
Oh no, Argenti, please. Uh-oh. Someone's trying to frame, Argenti.
If you've found any clues, feel free to tell everyone.
Who put it? Yeah, I know for sure she didn't steal it.
But I'm not sure if I can convince Mr. Dahl.
100% sure. Fine.
It was Dio.
Let me go through my reasoning again, and you can interrupt if anything feels off.
Oh, don't be a debate. No.
Throughout the entire incident, there was only one suspect who broke into the Artisanship Commission. Miss Yunli caused a ruckus at the Artisanship Commission, trying to take away Guyun. But you stopped her in her tracks.
What evidence? I'm gonna look this up. I ain't. Nah. Nope. Nope. I am 100% looking this up. Absolutely not. Okay, here we go.
Throughout the entire incident, Miss Yunli caused her. After bidding farewell to you, Yunli pretended to leave, but snuck into the arsenal alone and stole Guyun. We haven't found any other suspects or evidence.
I carefully examined the lock of the sword case, and there were no signs of tampering or damage.
What does that mean?
It means the case was never locked in the first place.
As to why the case was never locked in the first place, only the people who delivered it to the Artisanship Commission would know. Plus, I found something else inside the case. Which piece of evidence should I use to further convince?
We haven't found any other suspects or evidence.
The rose petal, right? I mean, that makes the most sense, so yeah.
I found this in the crevice at the bottom of the case.
A rose petal? Huh. Yeah, I must have missed it during the search.
How?
Why was there a petal inside the case?
You know why.
I don't know, But I do know that wherever that Knight of Beauty goes, he always leaves behind a trail of rose petals that's almost impossible to clean up.
Thank goodness.
My thoughts are a mess. Let me sort them out. The sword case was never locked, which is evidence that only someone who delivered the sword could have done that. And the rose petal was probably left behind by that Knight of Beauty. But how did he manage to take the sword from the Artisanship Commission? Why did he steal it after returning it here? And why would he leave that petal in the case?
Ask him, not me.
I know. Guyun flew out of the case on its own. The Knight of Beauty only unlocked the box to aid its escape.
Don't be ridiculous. How can a sword escape from a case on its
It
own?
was actually right.
You've never seen a flying sword before?
I've only heard about the Mieka Kifesa being able to fly in legends. But even if it could fly, why would the Knight of Beauty do this?
Like I said, the sword contains a heliobus. Argenti must have been under the control of the sword. Maybe he was under its control even before you arrived on the Lofu.
Oh.
Official Dahao, where can we find that knight?
Let me see. The docking location of Argenti's ship, the one and only.
Let's go. We've got to find Argenti before that sword completely takes over his mind.
Which means we're also gonna fight him. Oops. Ooh.
Want to go take some pictures? Or maybe we can go drink some Immortal's Delight.
Indeed. I'm pretty much non-stop playing this game until I get this character. I'm doing everything I can to try and get this character. And then once I have this character, I'm gonna go for this. But main priority right now is getting that character. Yeah. She's the character that first got me to even download the game in the first place. So if I don't get her... oh. And the thing with the light cone or the weapon is, I could just get it on Yunli's rerun.
I've been waiting for you here for quite a while.
Knight of Beauty. You're the one who stole Guyun, right? Hand it over. You have no idea how dangerous that cursed sword is.
Dangerous? In my humble opinion, the real danger is always the hand wielding the weapon.
So you intentionally left the rose petal behind?
Yes, I did. As a Drilla's knight, I've sworn to live in poverty, and I abhor theft. I had to leave behind a rose petal in order to keep my promise to Master Guyun and uphold my knightly oath.
What? What do you mean?
I agreed to assist Master Guyun in its escape from the Xianzhou. As the person who pulled it from the stone monument, captivated by its beauty, I must not let it down.
Oh.
I couldn't stay in the arsenal to convince the craftsman, nor did I want to take the sword like a thief. That's why I left behind a small piece of evidence that pointed to my identity, in the hope of an open and honest conversation with you.
Whatever your reasons are, you're planning to take the cursed sword away from the Xianzhou. Hand it over to me!
Back then, it was the beauty of Master Guyun that impressed me, so I willingly embarked on the journey to return the sword. But unfortunately, Master Guyun's homeland is no longer the ideal place for it to return to. As a Knight of Beauty, I must not abandon it halfway.
Oh no. He's completely captivated by the power of that cursed sword.
Mm-hmm. How do we snap him out of it? It's like a devil that can mess with your mind. Yeah, how do we snap him out of it?
The solution is right in your hand.
captivated.
I have to slap him?
No, I am touched by Master Guyon's flawless beauty. To be honest, I'm confused why none of you can understand this sword. This is quite heartrending. I've already made up my mind to take Master Guyon away from the Xianzhou.
That cursed sword has messed with your ability to think. But I'll break you free from its grip. I'll shatter its illusion. And the sword itself.
Fair lady, if you're intent on taking away this person, this sword that is under my protection, please engage me with a fair duel according to knightly etiquette. As a representative of this duel, I, Argenti, challenge you.
Okay. Representative.
I swear on the spirit of chivalry, in front of Adrilla the Beauty, that I will represent Master Guyon in this duel. If I win, you will allow Master Guyon to leave the Xianzhou with me. And if you best me, Miss Yunli, I'll accept my defeat and turn Master Guyon over to you. Do you accept my challenge, Miss Yunli?
Fine. Let's see whose desire is stronger. Your desire to take it away, or my desire to hunt down all cursed swords. Show me what you've got.
Ooh.
You're not going to use Guyon to fight for victory?
Well, I know a thing or two about swordplay. In a proper duel like this, a knight should rely on the skills he's honed day and night.
You're a real weirdo.
Oh, the music.
What I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, Lescar, what? Yeah!
You're fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
Yes, you travel far away.
We wrote it.
Yes, you. Commencing research. Here, try this. Yeah.
Tonight.
Stars that
Welcome. Oh, never mind. She skipped. Okay.
What are you made of? Slap! Oh, I get it. Now what?
Confess.
Thank you.
Yes, you.
Oh, I thought the sword was going to attack me. Oh well.
This symbol of beauty.
Oh, he did attack me. Nice. Do I even have to reapply this yet? Yes, I do.
Thank you for your help.
Strike! Melt! Awesome!
Oh, I didn't realize you were gonna go next. Oops.
Mountains fall! Yes, you! Yes, you! Specimen sight. Time to show you Azure Dragon, White Tiger, Lescar, what? Here, try this!
Thank you for your help.
Let the duel commence.
To travel far.
My throat is feeling much better.
Resonate all together.
Tonight.
Stars echo.
Welcome. Okay.
Need a shot. Yeah. Oh, I get it. Now what? Commencing research. Within the self, not the sword. Strike. Melt.
Confess. Put forth all your might.
Yes, you.
Thank you for your help.
Rise to the
Time
challenge.
to show you what Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, what's dead!
I think something bit me.
Worth all your might.
Oh. Whoops.
To the
Awesome!
challenge.
Need a shot.
Luckily, she can handle herself. Imagine being a tank that can heal themselves.
I've lost. According to the rules of a knight's duel, I should keep my promise and hand over the sword to you.
Yeah.
But before I do that, I hope that
Yep.
you, as the winner, might have the mercy and listen to Master Guyon's past experiences.
This sword has been cursed since the day it was forged. Place it in front of me, and let me destroy it.
Do what she says, Knight.
Oh.
But
You've done so much for me already. It's time for me to face her alone.
Oh.
I'm weary of fighting. I just want to share my past with you. To explain why I wanted to escape. After that, I'll leave my destiny in your hands. Are you afraid to witness my past, little girl?
Afraid? Well, you do have a different aura from other cursed swords. But you're just trying to use my curiosity to lure me in.
Well, you know best that a single touch won't snatch away anyone's sanity.
I think it's worth a shot.
Fine.
Show me your past.
Oh, okay.
It's already impossible to contact the main Cloud Knight forces. What awaits me will be a long and lonely war.
Follow me.
Is this your memory?
Oh. You kinda quick.
It's so cold here. I didn't feel it when I was in the thick of battle, but now it's freezing me to the bone. You're indeed a masterpiece from the Xianzhou Juming. If you hadn't taken control of my body, I probably would have been decapitated in that fight.
Quiet, and stay alert. Boris and Wolf Troopers never give up the hunt.
Hey, just relax a bit. It's been over 300 days since we were both stranded on this planet. The transmitter never rings, so I guess we can't count on that anymore. The people on this planet still use beasts to pull their carts. Obviously, there's no way they can help us fix the star skiff. Looks like we're stranded on this forsaken planet for the rest of our lives.
He's not even cracked or anything.
The Xianzhou native's life could be terribly long. Are you feeling any desperation? All by yourself in this hostile world?
Yeah, a bit. Perhaps.
When things get too rough for you to handle, just leave everything to me. No need to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Yeah, sure. If I really can't handle things anymore, I'll leave my body to you. But now is not that
So
time.
he's a good Heliobi,
Do
possibly.
you really think you can oppose an entire Borisan army with your limited skills? What are you holding out for?
Hey, Isaac.
It's true that I'm stranded here, but it seems like that Borisan pack is in the same boat. By the way, Guyon, do you know what a seed is? A
Ooh,
seed may
grass.
seem insignificant, But with careful cultivation and time, it can grow into a huge, unwavering tree. You said that the rest of a Xianzhou native's life could be terribly long. You're right. That's why I intend to plant a seed named Resistance here.
What? Lick! Keep your tongue in your mouth.
For the rest of my life. I want to show the people of this land how to defend
I know there's snow on the
themselves
screen,
against those
doesn't mean it's ice
monsters.
cream.
I can already see the seed in the eyes of those people.
No.
You really think you can do it? Why not just give me control, and we can revel in the bloodbath together?
What was the memory I just saw?
It was a memory of me and a Cloud Knight, stranded on an unfamiliar planet. We crash landed on a planet.
Ooh, thank you for the Pichu.
by Borison. Just the two of us.
I can feel that it was a lonely war.
I'm alive. But all the young people in the village.
Uh-oh.
They died. They died for you. They died because of your big promises. Promising them a life free from the Borison. I tasted their despair before death. They didn't see it coming. And neither will you.
We can't stay here. Let's move on to the next village.
Why? What's the point? You and your sorry excuse for an army have been fighting for over 3 decades, and you haven't won a single battle. What you're sowing is not resistance, but despair. This world is
Don't lick
hopeless.
Pichu's. No.
It's completely infested with packs of Borison. You've seen their numbers, and you know their methods. And those commoners you've put your hopes in, they just kneel down and worship the monsters devouring their children and families, calling them their Beastmasters. You beheaded one of the Beastmasters for their sake, but they turned on you because they were scared of the Borison taking revenge. You remember all that, right?
I do. I remember my first death. The Borison cut off my head. But I also remember that if it weren't for a brave youngster who risked his neck to reattach my head and give me a proper burial, I would have disappeared completely. I remember everything the people did for me. They left food at the entrance of my cave, fixed my fur coat, and some even joined my resistance. The rest of the Xianzhou native's life is still terribly long. There will be new youngsters who will stand beside me in battle. Time is on our side.
You said it was a lonely war. No. It wasn't a war filled with loneliness, but with despair. So much despair that I don't want to ever taste it again.
Where was my mouse?
I'm leaving.
Where are you going, Your Highness?
I'm returning to my homeland. A distant place beyond the sky. I'm not coming back.
But what should we do with you gone? What if those wolf demons show up again?
They won't, my child. You've wiped out the last of them. But before I go, I need you to do one thing for me. Even though the wolf demons are gone, New monsters will appear in this world. Soon, a demon will appear, donning golden branches and knowing only bloodshed.
Oh, it's him.
However, fear not, my children. I'm entrusting you with this sword that's been with me in countless battles. Use the skills I've taught you over the years, and you'll surely defeat that last demon.
He's transforming.
But that's not all. I need you to construct a stone monument for me. It must be large and sturdy enough to seal the remains of that demon forever. This is a debt you owe me, and you must fulfill it. Do you understand?
You lied to them. And you lied to me, too.
Oh?
You promised that you'd give your body to me when you couldn't handle things anymore.
He did say that.
Well, this Xianzhou native's life has finally come to an end, my old friend. How about one last chance for revenge? Come and bid me farewell for the final time.
He had long since come to some understanding. I could sense a mix of intricate emotions flowing out. It wasn't bloodlust, or anger, or fear. What he had left for you was hope.
Ooh.
They've learned how to fight monsters. But there's still one last monster lingering in the world. Kill it, my old friend. He left me there without ever looking back.
Thank you, my old friend. Heliobi can taste human emotions. How do my emotions taste, my old friend?
A hint of bitter compassion and a touch of scalding courage. Your heart's deepest desire is to end war once and for all. Now, the war is finally over. Can you hear? Even though you can't hear me anymore, my old friend, I'll do everything I can to bring an end to all conflicts in this world.
So, this is the past of the Kalevalan people's Sword of Heroes? You helped the people of that world bring an end to war?
No, I did not. I am a weapon, and I only became the cause of more conflicts. Countless monarchs of Kalevala saw me as a symbol of kingship endowed by nature. And they waged wars in order to possess me. I grew tired of their wicked intentions. I didn't want to kill for anyone anymore. So I returned to the stone monument where my master was buried. And since then, no one was able to remove me from it.
But you allowed Argenti to take you away?
Because even after all this time, I still wanted my master to come home.
Oh.
During the sword gifting ceremony, I felt anguish when I learned that I would be handed over to the most skilled swordmaster and once again become a tool for killing. My master had engraved his deepest desire into my blade. End war. As a weapon, my purpose was predetermined from the start. I had to become a deadly sword that would relentlessly hack and kill. But once I fulfilled my mission, would I have the right to choose my own destiny like he did? So, I asked the Knight of Beauty to help me break free from this never-ending cycle of bloodshed.
These thousands of years have naturally turned into memories of mine. I think I understand the beauty the knight was talking about now.
No one will ever understand him.
To be a sword that brings death. My war ended long ago. The years spent as a tombstone were my finest.
I've told you everything about my experience with Master Guyan on Kalevala. And now, I'm sure that Miss Yunli is as moved by the sword's flawless beauty as I was back then.
Even though I had heard the legends of this sword from the delegation, delving into its memories was still fascinating. Yunli, I trust Guyan's experiences have changed your mind.
I don't know what I thought that was, but I was like, am I being attacked? Yeah, I had no idea I had such a past.
It wasn't until I held Guyan in my hands that I could sense its thoughts and unspoken words. I always thought a cursed sword infused with a heliobus would only bring rage and slaughter. I never thought someone could leave behind the desire to end war, and even change the nature of the cursed sword. My position was too extreme. Guyan is truly a sword of heroes. I apologize to all of you for my behavior. I'm sorry.
Aw.
Now that we've proven Miss Yunli's innocence and found the sword, should we now return it to the arsenal?
Let's burn it still.
I'm still going to melt down this sword.
Exactly. You deserve rest.
I've heard your true desires, Guyan. I can sense that you're tired of being a sword. Constantly serving new masters and fighting battles you no longer want to be part of. Right?
But being a sword is my destiny. I'm doomed to serve some master and fight battles endlessly. Can the wind choose to stop blowing? Can a cloud choose to stop drifting? No. It's the same for me. A creation with a predetermined destiny.
That's not true, Guyan. That nameless swordmaster shaped his own destiny. So you can too.
I just can't picture my destiny being anything other than that of a sword.
Do you remember when you stood alone in front of the swordmaster's stone monument? People admired you because you carried the memories of the hero. You were no longer a sword. You were a memorial.
Ooh.
Later, as I became worn and weathered, The gentle wind would pass through the hollows of my body, creating melodic tones that echoed in the distant mountains. I became a musical instrument then. I miss those times.
Can a creation become what it wants to be? The answer is yes. I'll grant your wish, Guyan, and transform you into something different.
Something different?
But this is the price for the war dance. If the Kalevalan delegation finds out... Please, say something, General Huayan.
Well, my granddaughter has always been stubborn. Are you really sure about this, Yunli?
What do you all think?
Hey, I mean... Sure.
Fulfilling Master Guyan's wishes is the reason I came to the Xianzhou. With the driller's blessing, you could turn Master Guyan into a plow. But as long as it fulfills his wish to end war, I support it fully.
Then, I'll leave it to you, Yunli.
Finally, make your way to the thing so you can use the forging furnace.
It's been an honor getting to know you like this.
The honor is mine. Thank you, Yunli.
Burn, baby, burn.
Why the long face, my child? Are you feeling regret, perhaps? You were completely determined when melting down the sword, so why the sudden change of heart?
Grandpa, I melted down the prize for the war dance. How are you going to explain this to the lawful?
Oh, am I hearing right? This little girl is worried about her grandpa. Didn't see that coming.
If only I'd talked to you from the beginning, Grandpa. Maybe things wouldn't have escalated like this. But at least Guyan got what it wanted. I have no regrets there.
When it comes to swords, you and your father are cut from the same cloth. So, are you planning to continue melting down the rest of Hongguang's swords?
Yeah. Guyan is unique. But the other cursed swords are still too dangerous for anyone to handle. But maybe I'll try to be more patient next time.
Be more patient. Well said. Remember what you learned today, because there will be many more situations in the future that will require you to be more patient.
Understood. But what about the prize?
Well, ever since you showed up at the ceremony, I had a hunch. So I prepared another sword as a backup plan.
Oh.
And don't worry, this one has nothing to do with Heliobi.
That's perfect.
Cool.
By the way, the ambassador from Kalevala and that knight went to Arum Alley. They're looking for a spot to honor the hero. Why don't we go take a look together?
Sure.
Oh, General Huayan. What brings you here?
Well, my granddaughter was inspired by the heroic legends told by the Mieka Kivesa, so she dragged me here to take a look.
Why'd you choose this place?
I come from a long line of Kalevalan monument keepers. For generations, my family has guarded the stone monument left behind by the nameless hero. Over the centuries, a golden tree sprouted from under the monument, and its branches have never withered. We Kalovalans see it as proof of the hero's existence. Before leaving Kalevala, I took a branch from that golden tree, hoping to plant it here to represent the hero returning to his homeland.
That sounds good. We Xianzhou people don't make coffins or set up memorials, so I'm sure he would be happy to rest here where life is bustling.
The hero had asked our ancestors to carve something into the monument, so I made a copy of it too. While the inscription is pretty worn with age, perhaps you can still make out some of it.
I have drifted far from my homeland and am on the brink of death. Yet, I take solace in having honorably fulfilled my duties. Should you feel compassion for me, kind traveler, please take a handful of soil hence and bring it back to the Lawfu. Mr. Pavo, I wonder if that hero ever left a name in your history.
I apologize, but the hero's epic battles happened long ago, and he did not leave any name for us to call him. But in our mythology, he came from the heavens, and so we call him the Cloud Knight.
Welcome home, Cloud Knight.
Now, you can also rest here, Guyan.
Wow. How nice. Oh, and I hit level 70. Which means... Yep, that is the max level. Oh, let's see what everyone got to say.
I'm feeling a bit emotional. I'd like to stay here for a while. Thank you for your guidance. I'm truly grateful. By any chance, would you be interested in taking sword lessons with me? Like March?
No. Nothing? Just instantly turn away? Alright, hey, Genty, bye. Alright, so... Wait. Let's go see what the reward is. What the reward is for hitting max level. I see. A single standard banner pull, some, 60 energy or stamina, 25 character exp, or sorry, 25 character XP, and 55k. Alright. That is, it's not a lot. But you know what? We only need 3 more to do a 10 pull, so.
Ever since, thank you from this whenever the days of...
Thanks for that, and...
Hey! I'm dive just between capital.
I wonder, do you have...
Oh, back so soon?
No, okay. And what about you?
Ah, you're back.
Okay. Interesting. So I guess that's it. I don't think there's any other way for me to get pulls. I mean, maybe this. Yeah, probably this, but I don't know. The other way is to get every single chest in the game. Guess that would be how I can do it. Oh, missing 3 chests here. So yeah, maybe that's what I'll do next. I'll just go around gathering every chest. Let me see. Do I have crit rate and crit damage on these? Have crit rate, not a lot of crit rate. Okay, so maybe I'll farm for these as well. Could also try getting more crit rate, crit damage on the other pieces too. But I gotta get real lucky for that. What is she at right now? 84. I guess that's it. Time for me to end the stream. I'm trying to think, is there really nothing else I can do? Basically just look for chests. That's about it. Well, that was a nice story quest. It also got me to level 70, so that was nice. But yeah.
Wanna go take some pictures? Or maybe we can go drink some Immortal's Delight.
I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Like I said, it was gonna be a short one, so it was good though. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that story. I want to go find this mosquito so I can destroy it. And then yeah, probably tomorrow I'll be back to Maple. Most likely doing, you know, bosses and whatnot. But for now, I shall say goodbye to you all. One second. Here we go. Alright. So good night, goodbye, and until next time. Next stream will hopefully be longer than this one. Goodbye.